So tell us about this, your perspective on this whole Google-China showdown, and maybe, I know you referred to it in the book, and give us a little bit of perspective on that.
Well, Google made a compromise in 2004, and they basically said, when the Chinese government said to them, we want you to clean up your search. We don't want it to be universal. If someone does a search for the Dalai Lama or Tiananmen Square, we don't want to have any controversial stuff that might be disapproved by the Chinese government. Google basically compromised and went along with that, despite their proclamations that they would not do evil. And many people thought they were doing evil by doing that. They were compromising with an authoritarian government and with their attitude, which is basic to Google, that information should be free and accessible. But always Google has been uncomfortable with that decision, particularly Sergey Brin, the co-founder. And Sergey Brin, whose family escaped from the former Soviet Union as Jews, who felt persecuted there, has always had an emotional tug within him that we shouldn't be making compromises. For instance, in 2008, at the annual meeting in the spring of 2008, a resolution was proposed from the floor that Google should not do business in China unless the Chinese government relented. And the management of Google rejected that. They control the votes, Larry Page, the co-founder, and Eric Schmidt, and others. But interestingly enough, Sergey Brin abstained on that vote, which I think told us how passionately he felt about this and how befuddled he felt by it and betwixt. And I think what's happening here, and I suspect that, I don't know this, but I suspect that Sergey Brin is driving this decision. What are we doing in China? These people are looking up records of our users, violating privacy, violating us, and this is evil. We shouldn't be participating in it.
So let me ask you about Don't Be Evil. Is that, covering them as you have through the book, is that really something they believe in? Is it sort of a marketing slogan, or what is it? What's your make of it?
Well, it's both. It's something they believe in, but it's become a marketing slogan. They believe, and when it was first proposed by Paul Buchheit, who was part of a committee of about 12 people to try and come up with what is Google about, a mission statement, and that he proposed that, it was electric across the campus, and Google felt it was consonant with their self-image, that they were idealistic, and they are. They're a very young, idealistic company. But what does it mean when you say don't be evil? I mean, if you lay someone off, I mean, you may not think you're doing evil. You may think you're actually serving the interests of shareholders, but that person may think you're evil for doing it. When you compromise in China, was that don't be evil, or was it a real compromise that maybe you shouldn't have made? So it becomes a marketing slogan.